Al or at Lilstarnerd on Instagram, and welcome to today's episode of Interior Decorating. Today I'm going to be walking you guys through one of my oldest kept sketchbooks, because I honestly just love looking back at my old art sometimes and seeing, how far I've come and what's changed. And I thought it'd be really fun to take you guys with me and show you that, we all have to start somewhere, and sometimes that place is a garbage fire full of shame. It's not that bad, but we'll see. But before we start, I want to thank Flexispot for sponsoring this video. Flexispot sent me one of their gorgeous standing desks, and I am so excited to show you guys. This is their natural wood topped desk, and guys, it's so pretty. Like, seriously, just the aesthetic of it, it's so, it's pretty. It's, genuinely pretty, and I'm really, really excited to have it and to work on it. It's, so, sleek and modern and, just the right aesthetic. It's, modern, but not too modern, you know what I mean? It's got that, the wood feel, which wood is coming back. We all know it, and I love it. Plus, the desk is height adjustable, which is so nice. I'm pretty short, and I spend hours at a time on art or on a computer working at my desk hunched over. And doing that for so long can be super, super painful if your desk or your chair isn't the right height. So having a desk that I can adjust the height for whatever I'm working on, it's so nice. The desk can go from about 28 inches to nearly 48 inches. She has the range, baby. The desk also has a drawer. It has a programmable height preference setting buttons. It has USB ports. It's so convenient and nice to use. Could you want more from a desk? No, I don't think so. The desk is also just really nice quality. It's durable, it's sturdy, it's really convenient. It's lightweight, so it's easy to kind of move around. It's really convenient. I really, really like having it, and it's really good to work with. So again, thank you so much Flexispot for sponsoring this video and for supporting my channel. All of the information about this desk and to learn more about Flexispot, that's all linked down below, so make sure you guys check it out. And now on to the video. So this is the sketchbook. I think it started in 2014, ended in 2015. It is a sketchbook that I used in my junior year of high school, and it was the art class required sketchbook that I used for my assignments. So there's a lot of assignment work in here. I would turn it into my teacher regularly. So this is the first sketchbook that I ever officially kept. I had 2 years of sketchbooks before that, but I don't even know where they are. They weren't kept, right? So this is the sketchbook. It's a Canson. I'm assuming it's sketch paper. I don't really use this sketchbook anymore. It was just the cheap one that I found at the store that looked like a manageable size. On the front here is a cover. I honestly don't even know what this is from, but our art teacher gave it to us, and my friend put hers on the cover, and I was like, oh my gosh, can I copy you? That looks so cool. Because like I said, this was the first sketchbook I ever really kept. I didn't know, I didn't think that you could do stuff with your sketchbook. So she had kept sketchbooks for a while. She put hers sticker on the front. I was like, oh my gosh, that's so smart. That's so clever. But yeah, I looked through it really quickly just to cover up any personal information, but I haven't super looked into it. And I'm really excited to show you guys because it's rough, let me tell you. That's all I know is it's rough. I think it's fun to show people my old art because a lot of times people think that people who are good at art, they were born with this gift, this talent, but it's a very learned skill. Even people who start really good, you'll look through here and if you think that my art is good, you will be shocked at some of the stuff that I used to draw and think was good. We all start somewhere, and I like to remind people that. I like to show people hey, I started from square one too. We all have to start from square one. And I certainly wasn't born with my abilities. So here's just some initial, I think this is, yeah, that's just an assignment stuff that I taped in, I think, to cover my name. Forever ago. This is a doodle for my friend, a doodle pressed flower. And then this is Tina from Bob's Burgers that I was copying from a Tumblr artist. And a lot of this stuff is just stuff that I found on Tumblr that I was like, ooh, I want to be an art. This was my art hoe phase. This was my art hoe phase. None of this is stuff that I would really ever do now. But there's one thing that I actually really like. I think one thing that I like in this sketchbook. Here, this is just a note from my friend. Oh, this is actually from Hannah. You guys know Hannah. She did this fun thing for me. underneath here, it's a lot of this stuff of me thinking. This was when I really started realizing like, oh, I'm not good at art. For a long time I thought before this, I was like, oh, I'm just naturally like gifted. And then this was a higher level art class and I was surrounded by only a few other students. Like it was a very small class of very, very talented and like skilled, learned young artists, and I would watch them do their work and I would be like, you know what, I can do something like that. And then I would crank out something like this and I'd be like, you know what, never mind, no I can't. Here is a doodle that I think I did in another class, you know, very art-ho, very basic, Tumblr, 2014 Tumblr. I can't believe this is from 2014. That is crazy. Super boring. This is what most this is what I spent a lot of my time in our class doing, was going through all the magazines that we had and cutting out things that I liked and taping it in and calling it art. Is this art? No. The answer is no, this is not art. This is me. This is not a collage. This is nothing. This is me being like, oh, aesthetic. And like, it doesn't even go, like, what was I doing? I don't know. But it was a way to cover up the pages. Here's a sketch of, you know, a girl. This is what most, look at how uneven those boobs are. Girl, are you okay? Yeah, bad. I did not know how to draw anatomy. I did not know how to draw without reference. And that was what I really, really learned this year, is that I did not know how to draw without reference. Unless it was eyes. I could do eyes because you know, I went through an eye phase, like a lot of young girls. Here is a sketch. I don't know where I got the reference from. Probably a magazine photo or something. It's bad, actually. I used to think that this was the stuff that I was good at, but looking at it, this is not good. It's not bad, it's just like not good. You can't really see it because of all the marker. But yeah, I thought like this was a complete page for me. Like this was a completed page. Here is me attempting to be an art hoe. This was definitely directly ripped off of something from Tumblr, and I came to school and pretended it was original. And it's not even like I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Wow, you're so deep and edgy. Over here, this is one of the ones that I was real proud of. Look at that hatching. Oh yeah, this was probably from a Tumblr post. She looks like a doll. Interesting. I clearly got very lazy up here. This is what I would do in class because I was trying to be like, oh, notice me. Like I'm different. I'm an artist instead of paying attention. And yeah, that's super fun for me. Good for me. I mean, it's fine. Like it definitely like, see, this is the things that I was good at, was I could copy a photo, but that's not, you know, it's boring. Who cares? Especially because why was I doing so much stuff in pencil? I guess it was just whatever I had on me. This is something that I don't even know what paper this was or what I was doing, but I think this was in class, like in art class. Bruise, okay, so deep, so artsy. I don't even know, like literally why. Like this, it's just all I knew how to draw was faces. There's no head, there's never heads. It's like facial features floating in the abyss, because that was all that I knew how to draw. And I mean, pop off, queen. Even though these eyes like suck, like it's not even good. Oh my gosh, my false sense of superiority back then was off the insane. Oh my god. Here's a Greg and Wirt. At the time, they're ruined from this, but at the time I was super proud, but it's not even good. I mean, that teapot, that's crisp, that's nice, but like I'm so confused why I thought I was like literally the best artist. I mean, I didn't, but also I did, but I didn't, but I did. This is so bad. And I directly referenced it. Oh my gosh. Ugh, I can't wait to rewatch that. It's autumn time, it's time to rewatch. Some more artsy collage, Jennifer Lawrence. I used to have a wall, like my entire room, like literally every inch of the wall was covered in like cutout stuff and posters, and like my room was a collage. And so like I spent a lot of free time just like clipping stuff out of magazines, whether I was putting it on my wall or not. It's just how I spent my time. I guess I needed somewhere to put it. I don't know if this was me attempting to draw in the style of Over the Garden Wall, or if this is a character that I just blacked out of my memory, but Over the Garden Wall style. Definitely I was trying to do something over the garden wall. It's not bad. It's boring. And I didn't finish it, shocker, but it's not bad. I feel like I must have referenced this. These lines are way too crisp for me to have done this from my imagination at the time. More. I was so lazy. What even? Okay, it's a shoe, I think. Okay. This must have been for an assignment because I don't think I would have done this myself. I don't like this style. I'm either was copying a style that I saw on Tumblr, or this was for some sort of assignment where we were doing like pen and ink or hatching or something. Because like this is just so different from everything else that I was doing. I mean, I obviously was hatching, but like this style was like very not me. So this was either me copying someone or having to do something. And also it's bad. It's just straight up bad. This is bad. Why is her lip so thin? Why did I circle her? This circling stuff was definitely the Tumblr style at the time. Do you remember when everyone did a little circle at the tip of people's noses? Thank God that passed. What? Black cats eating someone's face off under a ladder, sitting on a crack, salt all over the page. This must have been an idea I had for a piece. Why? Question mark? Big why. Also, this is terrifying. This is a note from my teacher saying very nice for a drawing that I did. I don't know who this is or what it was from, but definitely referenced, obviously referenced. It's good. The hair, I always struggled with hair. I did this a lot, like black and white. Like this was my thing. I would post them on my Facebook, and I had like a list of like all these like girls that I like were way cooler than me, and my only in was that I would draw them for like $10. And that was how I made money in like middle school, early high school. Actually, I think that was more of high school. Because this was junior year, but this is pretty much what I did. That eye is pretty good. This is very much like what my art was in that time period, around 14 years old to like 16 years old. This was a genuine attempt at drawing a body. This was a very genuine attempt at me trying to draw a person. This was my skill level. Like this was, unless I was drawing directly from reference, right? This was my skill level at the time. So that's great. I don't know what this was a joke, like prom question mark. This was some conversation I was having. That's not how I asked anyone to prom. And then here was a style type thing that I was trying to do. Okay, maybe this was a style that I was copying because this looks the same. And I clearly did not like it then or now. I don't know where these colored pens came from. I don't know what the goal was. This is so beyond me now that I can't even hope to understand what 16-year-old me was going for with this. Or was I 15? No, I was definitely 16. Was I? Yeah. Yeah, cut it out. Put globs of cheap, disgusting mustard paint, and then cross out her eyes, art. Visionary. I'm a genius. This was done in art class. It looks like Lana Del Rey, but it was probably like a cute girl that I had like a crush on Twitter or something. I don't know what color pencils I must have been using because it was in class. I didn't have my own colored pencils at the time. It's okay. Like her eyes are 8 years apart, but this is so close to like what I do now. Like I was on the verge of something here. I did my sketch in pencil, which looks really great on the glasses. It's like close. It's really close, but it's not at the level that I wanted it to be for sure. But I think I probably liked it at the time. And then of course I didn't do the hand or the sleeve or the hair because I hated doing that stuff. I liked doing skin and that was about it. Again, I was a creative genius, absolute visionary and inspiration to everyone. Everyone loved me, and you can clearly tell by this amazing piece. Like, why did I waste time doing this? Like, nothing about this is appealing to me, or I don't imagine that this could have been appealing to me at the time. So why did I cut it out and spend all this time? It was probably literally just to waste time because I hated, like, I would just dick around in class. Like, I did not pay attention in art class. I didn't do anything. This is what I did. So it must have literally just been a time waster. Here's a nose that I remember, like, a girl in my class being like, wow, that looks really good. And I was like, yeah, I know. Actually, I didn't think that. I was like, wow, really? Because I didn't think it looked good. But it doesn't. I mean, it's not bad. But it's like, why is it purple? Question. That eye is pretty good. Those eyelashes are really pretty. This was a life drawing that I was trying to do. Oh, that's the reference. There we go. Boom, reference. This mouth. That's not bad, actually. And this is very much like something that I would do now. So that's cool. That's fun. That's a little glimpse at my future. So here is where like a class assignment is. Sketchbook's more important than ever. Make artistic decisions on your own. Did not do that. Use your sketchbook to record these decisions. And then here are the assigned drawings. 30 points each. 3 glass objects. Do another blind contour drawing. So that was an assignment that I had to do like each quarter, every 2 weeks or something like that. We had to do, our sketchbook stuff. Here's the like lesson that we had. Very fun. Oh, that's cute. Like little crying faces at the end of a rainbow. I like that. Here was me really being a Tumblr hoe, art hoe bitch. I was really into like these like negative drawings. I did it over and over and over again. There was like this specific face that I would draw in like 7th, 8th grade computer lab, and I would open up paint and I would just draw the shadows of a face instead of drawing like the features of a face over and over and over again. I've always really enjoyed doing that, or at least in this phase of my life, which was, 7th grade versus 11th grade. That's a difference, but you know what I'm saying. I did stuff like this all the time, and it's not bad. I don't hate it. It's just like I don't care. It's just like it's not special. You're not clever, but good effort, like A for effort. Not really. That wasn't even effort. That was just being like, I think this will get notes on Tumblr. And then here was me trying to paint a sunset. I never used paint really. I certainly didn't know how to use paint properly. This must be like 3 different kinds of paint. This is probably acrylic. This looks like acrylic. This is watercolor, but like cheap watercolor. It was just like, I didn't have my own. I had some art supplies, but I really didn't have like real art supplies. So I had to use whatever was available in high school, and we didn't have that much, so it was all like cheap stuff, and this is what I came up with. I can't believe I spent all this time coloring in colored pencil grass. What was I doing? But I definitely thought that these were like so deep and like, oh my gosh, I'm such an artiste. Classwork handouts. Realism, that's my fave. Ooh. Yeah, I usually did stuff like this because I had a small sketchbook, so she would give it to us on printer paper and I would just stuff it in places. Like I literally just made this envelope really quick to stuff them in there. This was one of the blind contour drawings. I didn't try. I did this thing where like literally it would be like the day before in class, the day before I would be scrambling to do the assignments, or literally the day of, and my teacher would just be like, come on, I know you can do better than this. She'd still give me like A's, but it'd be like, I literally did not try. She would give me A's because she knew that I could do art, but like clearly I wasn't trying. Like this was scribbled in like 3 seconds. Again, like I just didn't try. Like I could have put some effort in. It wouldn't have killed me. Like blind contour was a real valid form of art. It was not just scribbles. What was I doing? More just taping stuff in so I didn't have to draw. This was a concept for an assignment that we had to do on like a bigger piece. And I think it must have been something about like superstitions or whatever. And I did it about how your soul will escape your mouth if you don't cover your mouth when you yawn. So that's fun. This was definitely just, I Googled a picture of a girl yawning and like referenced it. So, I mean, it's fine. It's so weird. Like my eyes, I used to do my eyes. Like I see the old anime influence in the eyes when they're in side profile, which is so funny. That hand, oh, pop off, sis. Look at that. That's so fun. Bloody Knuckles, very much Tumblr. This is definitely Tumblr. Something I probably saw on, actually, you know what? I think I am picturing the exact thing that I got inspired from. And I'm sure if you guys were on Tumblr in that era, you know exactly what it is too, because it made its rounds for sure. This is probably one of the best things in the sketchbook. This is a genuinely good, I was clever here. LOL, what did I say? 100 on those. Look at that. My blind contour, first of all, 3 objects. Color contour. She gave me full points for that. She gave me full points for this garbage. Anyways, this is probably one of the best ideas I had. I loved to go through my mom's old photographs. She used to be a photographer for fun, and then she did like some weddings and stuff. So she has a bunch of old photos, and I love to go through them every once in a while. And she had this picture of her. This is her in her bedroom, in her teenage bedroom, and I like blurred out her face because I like as the art, that was the art. But I was like, ah, yeah, I'm so deep, which I still really like. But what is so funny about this is my mom used to collect clowns, so this is all of like her clown stuff in the background. There's a clown we used to have in like my nursery. There were like clown figurines and everything. We have a few clown things left. She got rid of most of it, but my mom was trendy before. Look, she literally has a clown painting. She was cool before it was cool. Like, what kind of weirdo? Like, she was so weird. What? She's a clown mobile. And she's a teenager. Mom, I have questions. Okay. Again, genuine attempt at drawing people. I wrote, wow, anatomy is hard and annoying. All I want is to draw a female in a shirt. Wow, call a woman a female. That's so fun for me. And I think that was unironic. This was genuine, real attempts at drawing. Like, for real. This was me. This was my best effort at any sort of style, any sort of non-realism. So again, this is that point that I was trying to make. If you think that if you compare yourself to an artist that you love now and you look at their art and you're like, oh my gosh, I'll never be there. This is where I was. Hold on, I have to do some math. This is where I was 8 years ago. 8 years ago, and now look at my art now. Like, you can do it too. Like, you can. This is my best effort 8 years ago. It is possible. It takes effort and time and patience. It's not your favorite artists. They weren't born with their skill. They were not born with the ability to make masterpieces or to do anything. You have to practice. You have to learn. This is where I started. Actually, this isn't even where I started. This is where I wasn't trying. This was, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? You can do it too. That's what I'm trying to say. This is that, like, remember that shirt on Tumblr? Plants are friends or whatever. Just copied that and pretended it was my own idea. Taped stuff in. That's pretty. This is, I would, instead of paying attention in like other classes, I would draw people. This is pretty good. I like this shoulder over here. I was so bad at legs and stuff. But this is, I really enjoy doing this stuff in classes because like half the time they turned out pretty good. Like, this is another one that I don't think it's awful. Especially, I really like doing guys because they would always wear like these big like sweatshirts or like jackets or whatever. And it made it very genuinely easy to draw them. Like, instead of trying to like draw an actual body, you were just drawing like the fabric. So I drew a lot of guys' backs. And then this was one of the assignments. We had to draw something in pencil and then in ink or something like that. So this was the picture that I chose, probably found on Tumblr, printed it out. And here was the girl. Bruh, this is not good. This is terrifying. Here's the pencil. This is before I ever got fixative, which is pretty good. Like, look how shiny. It's definitely like, this was all done with like one mechanical pencil. So like I didn't have like HHBs, just one mechanical pencil, and it's not bad. It's really not bad. I like the face. I like the hand. The shine and the texture is really throwing it off, but it's not bad. This is not good. But I also was putting in way less effort because this took a really long time, and then by the time I got to this, it was probably due like the next day at this point. Yeah, because here's the thing. By the time I got to this one, I was like, fuck it, and I just like really, really scribbled as fast as I could. Okay. I feel like this used to be on my wall. Oh, here was a scratch thingy that, I don't know, I think a friend gave me. 100%. I love the drawings from class. What were the drawings from class? But I love the drawings from class. What did I draw from class? Oh, she must be talking about those. Thanks. Another attempt at a class drawing, but I guess they were moving too fast. This was I think we had to do a self-portrait assignment. This is so funny because between this one and then my one for the next year or whatever, I had to do something else, some sort of self-portrait or something. And my friend was like, LOL, look at that glow up, because this is like the one that I did the first year and I was so proud of it. And like, oh my gosh, it's so funny seeing how much I improved just within like 1 year of like somewhat trying. But yeah, this is what I thought style was. Stylized art. Very like over the garden wall here, because that was probably like the only real cartoon that I like besides Adventure Time that I watched. This isn't even, I know what shirt I based this off of, but like I didn't even put glasses on me. Like, bruh, this looks nothing like me. That's so funny. Okay, Kingdom of the Spirits. All right, pop off. Another pencil sketch based off probably a Tumblr photo. Very uninspired, just, you know, trying to be cool. I don't even know. That was just the only thing I was good at. I still love this. I don't know what this was for, but it's still pretty. I wish I hadn't cut it. I could have just like taped it to my wall instead. Swiggity swooty, where's the booty? That was just a phrase that was stuck in my head for a while. Matisse, wow. Very fun. Oh, that's cool. This was an assignment. We had to do a door that opened, and the other kids in class came with such clever and interesting concepts, and this was mine. This took me probably 5 total minutes. Like, that's so disrespectful of me to do to my teacher. Like, I can't believe I was so lazy. I'm so mad at past me. Here's a concept I had for a piece that I did later. Here's me where I was trying to draw a head and I said, ugh. I covered up with a tailor. And then here's where I tried to draw her and failed. Oh my gosh, Anna Kendrick, what's up? Here is a idea that I had. I don't know if this was for an assignment or what, but this was very, Tumblr art. Literally the same. I did not know how to draw. It's so sad. Where is it? The same exact thing. I guess I liked it and I was like, oh, that's my style now. But it's not. I mean, it's literally nothing. I didn't even know how to draw mushrooms at the time. Like, I probably Googled one. Like, I wanted her to be like covered in mushrooms, if I remember right, but I didn't know how to draw them. It's kind of a cool concept. Because this is genuinely what headaches feel like. I had a headache and that's what I had the idea. That's what I doodled back there. But like, I like the concept, but why is his neck so long? I don't know. I was delusional. This, again, very Tumblr. This was a picture that I took on Snapchat of myself back when I wanted to be like uber skinny, and I was like, oh my gosh, my collarbone. And so I drew it because I was like, my collarbone is popping off, which, not gonna lie, a collarbone popping off moment is still a great moment all around the board for everyone, but like, why was I so dramatic? This is so extra. I was so stupid. But, I don't know. I didn't know I had 2 piercings back then. That's fun. 100. Good for me. Assigned drawings. Black and white drawing of something from your imagination. Subject of your choice and color. Okay, so I just needed a black and white from my imagination and color. Here are possible tattoo designs that my friend wanted me to do for her for a potential tattoo way back in high school. She didn't get it, don't worry. None of these marred her body forever. I know they're awful. This is a genuine attempt at drawing a butt. I'm assuming this is going to be my black and white drawing. I'm assuming that's what it is. But this is lyrics from... Is it 4th of July? She's in a long... That one of those... oh my god. A Fall Out Boy song from Save Rock and Roll. I can't remember what it's called though. But I really, really liked this bit. And so I tried to draw it. And then I was like, oh my gosh, I'm really bad at drawing buildings. And to this day, I still don't draw them because of probably this moment of realizing that I cannot draw them. But yeah, this was referenced. And then I just popped it into another reference. And I called it a day. Oh, this was an assignment where we were going to make our own card with like the mirror image. Oh my gosh, that's gorgeous. This is me and my friend, Hannah, we were like doodling. For what? I don't know. I don't know who I was doodling this with. Maybe her. I think this was in photography. This was also the year that I took photography with Hannah, and I would bring my sketchbook with me everywhere. So like Hannah and I would sometimes like sketchbook in stuff. Or sketchbook and stuff. We would like doodle in my sketchbook. But I don't think, this doesn't look like anything she would have done. So I don't know who this was with, but I was doodling with someone. And then this was another girl in our class who I attempted to draw from life and I did her dirty. That is so sad. I am so sorry. I don't remember her name, but I am sorry. I need to take this out and hang this on my wall. I can't believe I did not know I had an Ophelia postcard. Bruh. But my teacher had a bunch of like postcards laying out. I don't know what this is actually. She had a bunch of postcards laying out, and you had to pick one and like explain why. I chose this because it's definitely a type of subject that I would draw. I love profiles, and I love the dramatic hair and everything. That's so true. I would draw that. I don't know why. I guess maybe just whatever called to us, but I snagged an Ophelia. I need to take that out. This is Hannah. I asked her on Snapchat one time, what should I draw? She sent back this photo and she said me. So I drew it, and honestly, it's not flattering. She was making a really weird face, but honestly, I'm still proud of this. It's still like good. Even though, Hannah, if you're watching this, I'm sorry, because like you look bad, but that's on you. You made a weird face. And then this is a birthday card from Hannah. This, oh, I know who this is. There's no face, but I know exactly who it is. There was a girl who would like sing with like a ukulele on Twitter, and I had the biggest crush on her. And I saved so many pictures, like selfies of hers, and I tried to draw them, but I couldn't. I tried so many times. I couldn't draw her face for some reason, but I was obsessed with her. This is where I was trying to do I was planning my playing card. We had to do our playing card design. I had a knight here and her squire. So instead of doing like the same image, we needed to do, I don't know if this was necessarily the assignment, but at least I was trying to do two things that went together instead of two of the same thing. But I have a feeling that must have been the assignment because I'm not clever. There's this same girl that's a much better, hello? This is the same person, and this is a much better drawing of her. There's an eye, more collarbones. These are both probably me too. A shoe. That's actually pretty good. That's actually not that bad. This is a picture of Hannah. Oh, maybe these, no, that's me, because that's my jawline. There was something that I needed Hannah to pose for, and so we went into another room, and I had a picture of her. I like had a couple of pictures of her doing stuff, and that's Hannah's hands in photography class. Oh, engraving. That's what the pictures were for possible what I was gonna engrave. This was so fun. We did like lino engravings. And this was my plan. It was all gonna be like a star child. My love for like my username Lilstarnerd, it's been around for my love of stars. Imagery has been around for a hot minute. I had like just these four. This is Hannah's eye, I'm pretty sure. Just star things. This is actually pretty good. I like that. I keep saying it. It's pretty good. Symbolism. Okay, that's so cool. I should look back at that. I like the way your drawings are becoming more confident, simplified. LOL, that's called laziness. This, Tumblr, at 100% Tumblr. Everything about this is just me taking from Tumblr. It's, oh my gosh, what are they called? Oh my God. Okay, I know the name of them. It's not coming to me right now, but oh my God, you know the band. Kiss Your Knuckles Before You Punch Me in the Face. You know who I'm talking about. But you're an artist and your mind don't work the way you want it to. I don't even think I maybe Twin Size Mattress. That's at least the song name. That's another band. Front Bottoms, there we go. I don't think I listened to them, and if I did, it was like 1 or 2 songs because it was like the aesthetic on Tumblr. And this, I don't think I stole the idea of the broken CD, but like it's definitely not original to me. But I had like random blank CDs at my house, and I taped them into my sketchbook, and I was like, it's art. I can't believe this micron worked on the CD, but I'm not against this idea. It's just like I did it because of Tumblr. This is fun. This is me and my friend at the time in high school who was in my art class. We like goofed around together the entire time. Sometimes she would work, but most of the times I would just like bother her, and I did not work. And I forget why, but we had some conversation about how I would be a space prostitute. And this is her giving me money. I don't know. I don't remember. This is, again, genuine attempt, honest to God, genuine attempt at me drawing stylized. This was my friend who did amazing stylized stuff, and she inspired me a lot. I really wanted to be as good as her one day. And so I started putting effort in, and this is my attempt of... It's so bad. I have no excuses. I have no explanations except for the fact that I was trying my best, and I just wasn't there yet, and that's fine. It's fine. Like, it's not a bad thing. It's just, I know I was frustrated then too, as you can tell by what, why, how, please stop, no. I didn't like it then either. Oh my gosh, this is the girl that I was talking about. This is the girl that I had a huge crush on Twitter. She was like very like Tumblr. Like she wore the hats and like all that stuff, like the big floppy wide brimmed hats. But as you can see, I could not draw her. There are just some people, genuinely, honestly, there are some people that I just can't draw. And I think that's true for a lot of people. But there's just some faces that like you physically cannot do. And she was one of them. This is terrifying. This is scary. And then here was I don't remember ever doing an actual assignment with this, so this might have been the entire assignment. I just had to be in my sketchbook. But I did a guy and a girl, and or a femme and butch. I don't even know, but truly inspired. Wow, I am so clever and original. I think this, I don't know, some notes of some kind. Swiggity swoozer, you're a loser. That's something I used to do all the time. I would be like, swiggity something, you're a something that rhymes. I don't know. Oh, that's scary. This, I guess, was, this was, so we had to do four different types of pieces in different mediums. And so I planned to do like hands and pen and ink. This was just some picture that I took. A piece of fruit that my friend had drawn on in paint. A collage of, I guess, whatever this is supposed to be. And that was as far as I planned, apparently. Oh my gosh. I predicted the pandemic. I don't know why. I genuinely don't know why I drew someone in a mask. This is weird. I don't know what's going on in any of this. I have questions for myself, though. This was a drawing that I did, I think, of me holding hands, probably with Hannah, with my left hand. I drew it with my left hand, and I'm pretty proud of that. Our butts are touching in space. Another doodle of me and my friend. This, someone had drawn something on the tape, and so I taped it down, but it's slowly, oh, yep, it's coming off. But it used to say something. This ended up, instead of the hands that I planned, this ended up being my pen and ink drawing. And that stuck around for a while. I think that was turned in with my AP portfolio. But it's literally just a picture that I took from Tumblr. Here's I don't know what this was. Here's a guy hiking. This is supposed to be someone on someone's shoulders, but that's terrifying. Genuinely don't know what that is. Genuinely cannot tell. Oh, it's a guy with flowers in his beard. Oh my gosh. Yikes. Okay, this, I thought it was so clever. These are little like comics that I would do, and it's, again, very like Tumblr, Twitter stuff that was happening, and it was super low effort, but some of them are funny. This is so true. This is all I've accomplished. What? It's still alive. Okay, me with, I cannot for the life of me keep succulents alive. It just doesn't happen. This was, I think, plans for an engraving, maybe. I don't know why I didn't go with my original ideas, but stars, bouquet of stars. Is this taped in? Yeah. I don't know. That's really bad. That's just straight up bad. I would circle, like, what was with like the circles? I did triangle and prism noses for a while. You can see like the bridge of the nose I was for some reason draw. And then circles on either the tips of the nose, cheeks, like weird areas. For what? I don't know. I don't know what assignment this was. Something about opposition. Average college students, winter versus summer. As a 16-year-old, I didn't know, but also it's just not even funny or clever. Like, why would I guess winter depression. I don't know. Then here were little like doodles, which are honestly cute. At the time I liked them. It was, again, very Tumblr at the time. That's great. I love that. Just like micron doodles. I think I was borrowing my friend's microns because I doubt I had any of my own at the time. This we had assignments sometimes where it would be like we would be given a scrap of something and then you had to work around it. So I'm assuming I was given these and I had to do something with them. And I actually don't hate the concept. It's just that I could not. Why are these so scary? Like, why was I so bad? But you know what? I like also just, it's not even that it was bad, it's that I put in such a little effort. Like, why didn't I finish it? Like, why didn't I? People would go so hard and I would be like, I don't know, it looks like eyeliner. And that was all I did. Like, it was such a low effort. More line drawings. Who? I don't even know. Oh, I do know who that is. I know who that is. I don't know who that was. I didn't put a name. I know who that is. I don't know who that is. I didn't even know that I knew someone by that name. Interesting. That sweater vest is pretty good. Some Breeze Blocks Alt J lyrics. This must have been referenced, but it's also like not good enough to be referenced. But it's bad enough. But it's better than it would be if I hadn't referenced. So I don't know what's going on there. I probably tried to draw my hand while I was looking at it. It does not look good. My skill, like I thought, oh, these are cute. I thought my skill level was way, way higher than it actually was. And that brought a lot of frustration to me. A lot of stuff like this would happen. This was planning for my future college stuff. This was flowers that my teacher brought to school, and I was like, oh my gosh, can I have them? And she was like, yeah, and I carried them around all day. More of those doodles, but I assigned them to my friends. This was Hannah. She's just floating in space. This was for an assignment, and it does not look like Hannah, but I took a picture of her during photography class, and I used it for an assignment, and I just put dots around her because I didn't want to draw a background, I guess, which still I don't do, so I can't get mad at myself. Again, genius, visionary. I was amazing. I was so creative. I was so clever. Bow down to me. This was something that I genuinely thought was a good drawing, and it was the cuff of my pants. And I had the audacity to turn this in for an assignment. Miss Smith, I'm sorry. I am so sorry. You didn't deserve this. Oh my gosh. Such low effort. And she said she liked it. She took off 2 points because it was sitting on nothing, but she said she likes this one. I feel like she was lying. This was something that I actually liked at the time, and I don't like now, but it's definitely not bad. It's definitely one of the better things that I did in this sketchbook. It's a woman sitting, but she is the earth. Oh my gosh, I put so much effort into like making the continents look right. Pop off. There's watercolor blue. Actually, this is kind of good. The more I look at it, it's like kind of good because like the watercolor, it varies, the tones vary. And then I did like subway map lines, right? And then I did like, it was supposed to be like topographical looking lines in white pen. First of all, I have not had a white pen that works this good since I did this. But also like, oh my gosh, it's like kind of good. Okay. Dang. All right, I see. Okay. All right. And then we get back to the nonsense. Frequent passenger on the struggle bus. Oh yeah, I think I tweeted that. I thought I was so smart. I don't know. I just wasn't good at, I would try, because I was like, okay, this time. I didn't want to put the practice in. I would see someone else's art on like Tumblr or something and be like, okay, I can do that too now that I've seen it. And then I would sit down to do it and it wouldn't work out well. And I'd be like, well, whatever. And then I would just quit. Like I never tried to get better. I just would start, it wouldn't work. I would say, uh-oh, and then I would move on. And I never actually, put in effort. This, I think, was probably Dan Howell. Judging on the sweater, that was probably Dan Howell. Tumblr. Someone doing something. This is an assignment for someone doing something. And my 16-year-old edgy ass said, we're gonna put a man smoking a cigarette. And then I tried to scribble it really fast so my parents couldn't see. Because I think I did this at home. This was a vase. So like, I think we had to do like a still life or something. And I didn't like doing that kind of stuff. So instead I tried to make the focus like the reflection of me, which I actually think was really clever. I think now that I look back and I have a bit more better of an understanding of like art as a concept, I can see little hints of where I was actually genuinely like clever and had a good artistic eye. Like I look back at things and where I personally had a different perspective. Like there was a camp type thing that I had to do at this school, but like when I was in middle school, and we were set up with like pastels and we had to do like this still life in front of us, but I didn't want to do the still life, so I did the still life, but the focus was another student behind the still life drawing the still life. And then there was a time where I had to do like this ballet stuff, but I didn't want to draw the ballerinas, so I drew ballerinas off stage, looking at ballerinas on stage. And so sometimes I'm like, wow, maybe I did have a spark in me. Genuinely don't know. Genuinely have no idea. Maybe I took a picture of someone putting, this one must have been one of the props that we had. Genuinely don't know. Tumblr. This was when, so my friend in this art class had alcohol markers, and I had never ever even seen them before. And I attempted, there were a few like really cheap ones that the school had, and so I was trying to use them. Immediately didn't work, immediately gave up and used watercolor instead. Oh, I've got a lot going on here. Okay, whoa. Oh, pretty. Who is this for? Pandora. Okay, so this is the one thing that I think actually wasn't awful in this sketchbook. It's just a TOP lyric, but I like this. I put so much effort into like cutting up this collage and then gessoing it all down. Like, I genuinely tried, and I think that's what like actually like sets it apart, is the fact that I genuinely tried, and I like it. Oh my god, I was so edgy. I was 16. Nothing was going on in my life. Nothing. The only thing I was worrying about was like going to visit colleges. Like, I had no issues in my life, and this whole sketchbook is like, oh my gosh, I'm so sad. No, I wasn't. I literally wasn't even sad. Oh my god, I'm so dramatic. I like the visual of like bruises and stuff. So like that wasn't necessarily edgy of me, but it's like, oh my gosh, the bruises on my eyes. Shut up. Oh my god, shut up. I slept fine. I overslept. Calm down. Oh my gosh. Okay, I had to cover a few pages because it was like personal stuff. Here is where, these are mostly my friends. I think these were mine and these were yeah, so black is my friend and these were me. And we were basically going through a yearbook, I think, and drawing, like, we would pick a face and we would each draw. I know who that is. We would each draw someone from the yearbook. That was so fun. We did it for a hot minute. We used to do that kind of stuff together. It was so fun. Okay. I don't think I drew that. Unless I did and it was with like, maybe it was a micron and I don't know. I've never ever in my life drew noses like that. My friend drew that. This was my Pandora idea, but I don't ever remember doing anything, like doing the final assignment. Cause like if we had like class assignments, it would be done on like a separate paper and I don't remember ever doing that. Don't know. I think this is my sister. I'm pretty sure this is my little sister. If that was me, I'm so sorry. I don't think that was me, but if it was, I truly apologize because you're probably scarred from seeing that. Mr. Meaty Harry Potter. Oh, I think this was my friend doodled something and then I doodled on top or something like that, but it reminded me of a Mr. Meaty character. Oh yes, I'm glad I broke out the sketchbook again. Okay, after months of practice, without practice, seeing how sucky I am definitely encourages me to continue. Art is cool, kill me. Okay, so this must have been way after the school year ended. I finally decided, you know what, I'm gonna actually practice art again. Pulled this out and really struggled because this is like life drawings that like references online that I can picture in my head. That's so funny. And then this is, yep, the last thing in this sketchbook, and it was a concept I had because originally my senior year AP art portfolio was going to be like magic, and so this was a concept that I had, which honestly is not bad. This is probably one of the best things I did because this is all without reference, so like pop off, go me, that's pretty damn good, but I didn't go with that. And there we go. I abandoned the sketchbook with a lot of pages left until it was time to get a new one for my senior year art class. So there we go. This is my first ever fully completed kind of sketchbook that I ever kept. So you can see that I was not good, from day one. I wasn't just a brilliantly, not that I am now, but you know what I'm saying. It took time and it took practice. This is like kind of where I started, was super unoriginal and uncreative and just copying a bunch of other people around me. So there we go. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. Let me know if you want to see more old sketchbooks because I certainly have a decent backlog of them from here till, I don't know, the past two that you've seen. So let me know if you want to see them. I'll gladly show them to you. I hope you're having a great day. Go take your meds. Go water your plants. Oh, I didn't say, go check out all the stuff in my description. Commission me, all that stuff. Go take your meds. Go water your plants and go do some art. Bye, guys.